I'm Chan. I'm an account strategist here at Otter PR. I've been here for about 2 years now, but I've been working in PR for over 5 years. Yeah, so my first client at Otter was Republic Floor. They are actually still here, so we've been going strong for a while now. They are a global flooring company, and we've pretty much helped them expand from just being in the US to global as well. And that was kind of a problem that they were having, was just building up that brand awareness and credibility. I love all clients. It sounds corny, but honestly, the challenge is always finding out what they do and how we can insert them into the media without straying away too far from their brand voice. If I was to pick a favorite though, I would definitely say, big tech or anything that's just more new, innovative, or something that's emerging. Those are always the most exciting because you kind of get to hit the ground running and catch on all the trends and newsjack a little bit. So we always like to say, build out your media portfolio. The longer you continue doing PR, the more news stations and reporters and journalists are going to want to talk to you because they'll look up your name, whoever you are, and they'll just see more and more every time. And that is really where the credibility aspect of PR comes in. Some people just get lucky, right? Like right off the bat, you either have a shining product or service, and that makes our jobs a lot easier, but other people don't, and some businesses are just not that glamorous. So the longer you go, you will definitely see that improve. So it is a really big, waiting and patience game, but you have to trust your publicist and trust your agency, and that's where the pairing really comes in, because if you don't have that foundation, it's just not gonna work out as well for both parties. So to work in PR, you really just have to be a great communicator overall, whether it's written, verbal, anything of that sort. You just have to be really good and efficient with it. If we're getting into technicalities, any communication degree will be helpful, whether it's marketing, public relations, advertising, journalism. All of those are very similar and kind of in the same scope. So if you know a little bit about any type of integrated communications, you'd probably be really successful. I think you have to be really thorough, right, and efficient, because anything that goes out in the media needs to be really heavily fact-checked and researched. So you have to kind of have a love for fact-checking, have a love for research, make sure that you really have communication skills that allow you to get to know who your client is, because you're not always going to have expertise in what they talk about, but it is your job to not become the expert, but almost facilitate the expertise, right, and help your clients understand what resonates with people in the media, because they might, for example, if you have a client who works in AI, that's really technical, and while that's trending in the news now, it wasn't just last year or the year before that. So you have to be able to take these very technical topics and make them approachable and make the everyday person want to read it and actually be interested and say, hey, what's this person all about? Let me click on their website and let me see what they're all about. If you're looking to start with PR, it's really important that you trust the person who's representing you, whether it's a freelance publicist, whether it's through an agency. Trust is the foundation of the relationship, and you really have to believe that the person representing you has your best interest at heart. And also, sometimes it can be difficult to loosen the reins from both the publicist side and the client side, right? Like, what's best, but then you do have to trust that how it's being portrayed in the media is going to reflect your brand voice really well as well. I would also say, talk to lots of agencies, talk to different people, see what other people have to say and what works best for you. A lot of the times, we'll get clients who've worked with other agencies and they'll say, my biggest issue was that they just didn't understand what I do and they wanted to turn me into a mainstream headline. And sometimes that just doesn't work. And as a strategist who previously was a publicist, you do have to respect those client boundaries. If they don't fit in, you can't always squeeze them in, and you do have to have a very respectable and relationship built on trust. We are a very young brand with high energy, and what we do differently is, even just on a client publicist basis to start, we are weekly calls, weekly reports. We check in every day via email. We'll let you know this is what's going on. We think it could pertain to your area of expertise, and we want to get you in there. So we're always trying to capitalize on things going on in the media. We really value the relationship we have with our clients, because that is the core of everything that we're doing. Your success becomes our success, and we really bank on that. And then we in turn want you to see results. So we do have that guarantee model where we will get you published every month. And then that's another thing, no long contracts, no long commitments. If you want to work with us for a month and see how it goes, we will earn your business and make sure you do sign on for the next month. So on that front, we do prioritize the relationship, and we know traditional PR can be messy and people don't always get the value that they pay for, and they pay, you know, thousands and don't get anything. So we just like to make sure that we're reshifting that narrative, bringing the value back, ROI, and all those things. And then most importantly is the relationship. My advice, if you're trying to get into PR, just do it. You have to be a really good communicator and understand how to, you know, convey messages effectively. But you also have to understand that the media cycle is, you know, 24/7. It doesn't stop for anyone. And if you want your clients and you in turn to be successful, you kind of have to be ready to just hit the ground running. All right, thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below or book a call with me using the link in the description.